everyone, this is Archaeology Geek, and today we'll be talking about vampire burials in Poland. To start off this video, I would like to talk about a story that I found in a very neat book. And it's centered in Bukowno, Poland, which basically the tale goes that a wife was basically saying that, oh, her husband came out of the ground. Well, of course no one believed her, till other people found, or saw him, I should say, at night. So then the whole community decided to call the priest. Once the priest came, they basically dug up his body and put a paper in his mouth with his name on it, flipped him upside down so that if he woke up, he would go down instead of up out of the ground. And then, to put a cherry piece onto that cake, they smashed his head with a shovel, just to make sure he stays down. As you heard above, Polish people had their own way of killing vampires, but other countries had different ways of killing vampires as well. One of the ways was in Germany and Western Slavs, which were decapitating the bodies. Greek also had vampires, and they basically cremated them. Russia basically took them out of the ground, put them somewhere else, make sure they're far away from the town to make sure if they rise, they won't come back. Or the Russians even put them in water because water back then was a purification. Which, as you can tell from all the ways of killing a vampire, it's not so pleasant. Honestly, if I was a vampire, I would like to have a stake through my heart than being burned alive or ripping my limbs to shreds and me wobbling. Yeah. Now let's look at the word vampire and how it came into Polish traditions. First, the word vampire had first originated in the Balkans nations, which is shown down there, and it was spread to the Eastern Europe, which is Poland, Hungary, all those nations over there, through gypsies. And once that kind of became a norm in Eastern Europe, it kind of spread to the West after that. And now, as of today, the Polish word vampire is called actually vampir. So pretty close to the American word of it. Since now you guys know how people would kill vampires and how the word vampire came into Polish tradition, now let's look at the archaeological side, which is looking at the burials. Which down here, there's a lot of characteristics of vampire burials, and a few of them are suspicious, like cutting off limbs. He could have been a warrior. You never know. He fought well. Lacking grave goods, maybe the family never had enough money to give him grave goods. And reopening the burial, which that could have been from looting. People looting something. Maybe there was something valuable in there and basically took it all out. So as you can see from the list, it's a pretty long list. So therefore, archaeologists have to be very careful, and as well as the public, be very careful on how they define a vampire burial. Now I'm going to let you guys be the detectives in this show, and I'm going to show you two archaeological sites, and you guys will figure out if they're vampire burials or not. Okay, let's begin. The first one is Gdańsk, Poland. And this burial site has 6 different burials, which are deviant, which means unusual. And 5 of them have sickles, either around the neck, stomach, or pelvis. And then there's 2 of them that actually have stones underneath the chin. And now this is the time to pause the video or just continue, which the answer is that it's an anti-vampire grave, which means that they were just making sure that that person will stay down, because apparently they were very suspicious when they died that that person would rise again. The next archaeological site is Sandomierz, Poland, which had many different burials, but we're going to focus on one particular one, which is individual 124. This individual is actually half sitting and is facing east to west, which means that its head is to the east. Hands are folded, no objects found, and it was above another grave. And the historical accounts here is that there was vampire hunts previously there. And pause the video again if you want to. And now the answer, which is it's actually a vampire grave. I know, right? On the other screen. Surprise. But so far, archaeologists had said that for it to be a vampire grave, it's a very high probability, above 50% probability, that this is actually a vampire grave. And honestly, I believe the experts there. And now to end this video, there are a few references down there below which I use the information to find. And if you're super interested on the archaeological and written down records about this, there's a journal, and for stories, I would recommend this book, which is called Vampire Burials and Death by Paul Barbara. Yeah. And I would like to end on a note that I would like to challenge you guys to basically try to be your own detectives, just like we were in this video. Go to the actual source instead of sometimes the news. Sometimes the news can't cover everything. So, as I'll leave you, and bye-bye to you guys' beautiful faces, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day out there. Bye-bye! If you like this video, please leave a like on this video and write in the comments of future suggested videos or how can I improve my videos as they are. And as always, here's Archaeology Geek, and peace out.